Have you ever seen a good-looking woman from the 1800s? I'm serious. Let's see if we can find one. Saloon girl from the 1800s. Yikes. Here's some big old broads. What's up with these chicks? Let's see what's up. Where's the babes at? Ew. Whoa, dude. Oof. Oh. Oof. Maybe I don't want to go to the saloon in the 1800s, man. I'll take that back, dude. Yikes. Ooh. I'm serious, though. If you think about women's looks, how come every time you see pictures of women, listen, maybe here's some colorized babes. Let's see. Now, that's modern girls wearing costumes. Let's see, we don't want that. Man, I'll tell you what, every time you see an 1800s woman, it looks like your freaking great-great-grandpa. Look at that. Yikes. I'll tell you what, that remember that Confederate spy? She actually looked like the most tolerable. She wasn't good looking, but she was like the least hideous. What was her name? She came up in the spy book. Remember that? She has a weird name. Confederate spy. Let's see. Yes, they're going to make a movie. J-Law. Remember J-Law was going to play? She's rough looking, but she wasn't. She's like the 10 of the 1800s. Belle Boyd, remember her? And I think J-Law is going to play her. Yeah, this is about the peak of 1800s right here. This is about the best you're going to get. That's your best hope down at the saloon. She probably wasn't even at the saloon. She's above the saloon. She was like seducing. She was seducing Confederate, Union generals and stuff. So she was being a floozy for the Confederacy. So that's your best bet if you want that right there. We're having a lot of fun today. I hope you guys are having fun. Did we lose? When we started rating the 1800s women, did we lose about 300 people? I can never tell because the viewership fluctuates on the basis of the connection. Seducing. She looks like Kurt Cobain. Well, in that young picture right there, that's probably the best of her pics that you could get. Yikes. But I mean, that's a 10 in the 1800s right there. That's the hottest babe of the 1800s right there. You don't get no Jenny from the block in the 1800s. You know what I mean? Don't be fooled by the rocks that she's got. By the way, I'm just joking about J-Lo. I don't think J-Lo's. I mean, she's okay, attractive, I guess, but J-Lo seems like a total insane narcissist. So I'm not like. I'm joking with the J-Lo references for those that don't understand. Gabriel, $10. I grew up Catholic, but I would like to be Orthodox. And the next church, the closest church is miles away. Well, I'm sorry, dude. Go for it. I mean, miles away is not that big of a deal. I don't know how many miles away. But I mean, I think most people have to drive anywhere from 40 minutes to 2 hours to go to Orthodox church. But it's worth it. It's worth it. Alula, $5. I'm hearing this shit. This is why I thank you every day for saving me from all this BS. What BS? You talking about saloon hymns? Do a full 1800s Flusy stream. I don't know what else there is to say, though. Like, can anybody recommend? I mean, what's if you go back further, maybe the 1800s was just rough on women because of the prairie stuff or something. Maybe Josephine, was she? I don't remember. Was she a hottie? Yeah, she's not as bad as the typical 1800s woman. So I don't know. Maybe if we go back to like, Napoleon's girlfriend or something, you got like a 4 or I don't know. But it's funny when they cast people to play these people, they don't look at all like the people actually looked. Remember they had like Eric Bana playing Henry VIII. or something ridiculous like that. They got, remember the other Boleyn girl? Okay, this is not what Henry VIII. Henry VIII did not look like Eric Bana, and the women did not look like Natalie Portman and freaking Scarlett Johansson. So this is not what they look like. Dude, Henry VIII, wasn't he like 800 pounds? And I mean, I think everybody recognizes Scarlett Johansson is extremely attractive, right? I mean, that's clearly a 10. I think Natalie Portman is really attractive. She's up there. But, I mean, Eric Bana does not look like this dude at all. I mean, this dude was literally like... This dude would be a better fit for Henry VIII. What did Anne Boleyn look like? Let's see. Is this the babes of... Oh, somebody did AI to try to make them look normal? I don't know. Make them look modern. She's looking like an average milkmaid. I mean, I'm not seeing anything special. Was this the best? I mean, if you're the king, like this is the best you could you not get anything you wanted if you're the king? And this is, you're going for like chunky milkmaid? I don't understand. You're a big old fat 500-pound king. Look at this guy. He's like a sphere, dude. He's shaped like a bara. He's like a sphere. Let's see Anne Boleyn. Hottest babes of history. All right. She's not so bad for what we've seen so far. I mean, that's better than the other ones so far, right? What do you guys think? She doesn't look like Natalie Portman. There she is, right there. That's the queen right there. She looks like that one on the second one from the left. That's her for sure. Slay Queen. That's Anne Boleyn right there. Yeah, girl. Get it, girl. That's Anne Boleyn. Shantan Boleyn. What would Anne Boleyn be in sister name? What's Anne Boleyn's sister name? Look up Elizabeth I. You mean talking about Queen Elizabeth? I've seen her a million times. Ooh. I will say that they made yikes. Ooh. She looks like Tilda Swinton. Tilda Swinton is the reincarnation of Elizabeth. Looking rough. Scary, dude. Do you remember when they did that movie? Which is a pretty good movie. We should review that movie. With Cate Blanchett. They made her look pretty close to her. Yeah, that's pretty good casting there. Although Cate Blanchett obviously looks better than that woman. I mean, Cate Blanchett is way prettier than that crazy woman, but that looks like her. That's pretty good. But look, we all know ultimately they were African sisters and queens, right? That's the real Elizabeth was a slay queen. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all feel me on that? They were all FTM, correct? Yes. Anyway. You know, we could do a whole podcast making fun of casting, because casting is a whole thing we never talk about. We talk about it a little bit because certain people, for example, get cast in, weird esoteric roles. You know, certain actors always play witches or sorcerers or something like that, which is kind of weird. A lot of actors always play spies. Oftentimes those actors turn out to actually be spies in the real world when it's declassified. So you could do a whole weird podcast on the oddities of casting, which would be interesting. I don't know that I've ever seen a podcast on that. We should do that. It'd be like the first. What's on y'all's mind today? We've been going for. That's a good point. Royalty are usually pretty ugly. They're not usually attractive. That's a good point. So maybe the average middle class English women of the 1700s, maybe they were more attractive than the nobility. That's a good point. Jay yapping. We always have fun on our live streams. So what do you mean? I think the diversions and the rabbit trails are some of the funnest parts of the live streams. That's what makes them entertaining, because you know that you're going to listen to a live stream. It's not just going to be me going through a boring bunch of Vatican II documents. Could you imagine that all the time? That'd drive you crazy. I mean, when you come over here, we're going to be rating 1800s women. Who was the hottest babe of the 1800s? Yes, best, prettiest woman in 1900. Let's see who was the prettiest woman in 1900. Gladys Cooper. Never heard of her. Let's see. Okay, so there's a couple of these 1900 women that are not bad looking. There's some pretty ones. They're all right. They're better than the 1800s women. What do you guys think? But does it not seem like women get way more attractive? Well, that's just because of your cultural. No. I think there really is actually scientific, aesthetic, like proportionality studies, right? Because when they ask AI usually tries to make, symmetry, harmony, proportion when they create these images. So even AI, I think, kind of proves that. But maybe makeup's different. I don't know, but it just seems like there's no woman you don't see an 1800s woman that's as pretty as, say, Grace Kelly. You just don't see that. Maybe there was one, or even Raquel Welch, like in her middle age period. Like maybe we just weren't shown women that looked. They all just kind of look like prairie muffin, like they look like Mormon women or something. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's the makeup. Maybe some. Hairstyles play a big role. Makeup. Yeah. Maybe if they're colorized. Let's see if we get. Maybe it's because they're black and white. But then again, I mean, some of the Hollywood women in the 1950s are colorized, and they look a lot. Let's see. I mean, that woman looks like she could be like a runway model of today. That woman looks like she could be a Hollywood star. The craziest thing that I think Hedy Lamar's story, though, that's one of the craziest of Hollywood stories. She co-invents that technological thing that the Allies used. That's crazy. That's wild. So that's her espionage connection. You guys know about that? Her invention that helped the Allies. Here we go. This is actually the prettiest woman, actually in all of history. Right here. She is royalty. Her Highness the Princess of Persia, Fatime Khanum, from 100 years ago. That is the prettiest woman I've ever seen. Whoa, dude. That looks like that looks like Eric Ibarra, dude. Like Eric Ibarra shaved off his goatee and put on a burqa, and it looks like a German beer girl dress. What the hell? Look at that. That's crazy. That's a 10, dude. That's not a man. Let's see if we can find other pictures. Poor Jake Gyllenhaal. Do you know Jake Gyllenhaal? He was the Prince of Persia. This is who he had to marry. This was the Princess of Persia. That's whitewashing. Jake Gyllenhaal, he ain't no Prince of Persia. That's whitewashing. Whoa. Whoa, dude. Whoa. This has to be a joke. Come on, that's some fat Iranian dude playing a joke. There's no way that's the prince. No way. Beauty symbol from the 19th century. What? Okay, this is the liberal. This is the left lying. There's no way. Even in the 1800s, dude. I don't care how horny of a Arab dude. That's a man. Look, there's not. They didn't have boobs. That's a dude. Recently, I found photos circulating of people saying that this was a man dressed as a woman. Others say that no, it's a drag queen. No. This was considered the most beautiful woman in the 19th century. There's no way. Come on. This is some liberal bullshit lying to me. Andre Topalaga. How does he know this was the most beautiful woman in the 19th century? Give me a break. Maybe of a bunch of degenerate, like, Middle Eastern people or something. The first most beautiful was Zahara. I can't even pronounce that. Daughter of the king of Persia. Okay, we got to see this beast too. This monstrosity. This is some beast, dude. What the heck? Oh, dude, what's going on in Persia? Dr. Khalil, what's going on with y'all people? What happened? Okay, she's not Persian. She's the Qatari princess. Qatari. It's more like a Atari villain than a Qatari princess. What? She was. Wait, how does this guy know that this is like the rankings? Oh, in 1883, she was the third hottest chick in the world. How does he know this? What the heck is he talking about? This is great. This is cracking me up. Okay, so who's next? Oh, dude. Okay, I don't believe it. I think this is a dude. I don't believe it. Okay, see, he's trying to argue, oh, you see, beauty standards are totally relative because history says this was the hottest woman in the world in the 1800s. I don't believe that. There's no way. Good grief. Ugh. There's no way that's a girl. That's a dude. There's no way. I don't believe it. In 19th century Persia, mustache women were the most beautiful. Did you ever look at Saddam Hussein and be like, damn, dude, Saddam is looking fly today? Because that looks like Saddam Hussein. Come on. Who actually was sitting? Man, I'm not gay, but like Saddam was looking hot today, bro. You see Saddam in that mankini he was wearing today? Look, dude, that's just like Saddam. Saddam about to turn me gay right now. I just had my beauty standards rocked. Actually, did you know that the most beautiful woman in the year 1883 actually looked like Saddam Hussein? And you are a bigot if you disagree. What in the heck? So this is the delusion of the liberals. So to come full circle, this is what leftists are telling themselves, that this is the delusion that they live in. There are no beauty standards, but by the way, there are, because Saddam Hussein was the hottest chick in 1883. And this is her right here. By the way, isn't there a history of Iran being pro... what's the word I'm looking for? That you can change. I've heard this. Maybe this isn't true. I'm no expert on Iranian history. I don't know the history of Iran, but there was some allegations, allegedly, that in Iranian Islamic theology, you could have the wrong assigned body to what you believed you were? Is this true? Because I tried to look this up, but I couldn't find anything in Shia or Iranian thought about this. But that's the first thing I thought of when I saw this obvious dude. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Is there a name for this? No, no, not cross dressing. That there's an idea in the theology or in the mystical position that they have at times that your spirit could be put in the wrong body, and that maybe it's not Islamic, maybe it's like pagan Iranian custom, because there are still Iranian pagans that have this view. Now that's Afghani. So the Bachabazi, that's Afghani stuff. No, that's something different. I'm talking about in Iran. Yeah. So, but it might be something from Iranian paganism. For example, if you listen to Azam Ali, yeah, it might be Sufi or Zoroastrian and not actually Islamic. If you listen to Azam Ali, like all of the themes in her music are basically Iranian paganism. I think she has some her music's kind of cool, but there's nothing Islamic about it. It's like pre-Islamic Iranian pagan themed music. So maybe this idea that you could have this wrong body is an older Iranian pagan idea. I don't know. Does anyone know? We'd have to find somebody that knows more about this kind of ancient tradition or whatever. I understand that you can't legally be Skittles in Iran. I know that. But I'm saying I've heard there's also this idea that, and maybe pagan, you say. It may not have anything to do with Islam. I just don't remember. Store 96, $3. Look up the Princess of Bulgaria. Uh-oh, we got another babe, incoming babe. Present day Princess of Bulgaria or like old day? Oh, of course she's Saxe-Coburg-Gotha. This woman? She just looks like a normal woman. Oh, this one. Oh, yes, I've seen this. Ooh, yikes. Is that a woman? Okay, she looks like a woman there. So she disappeared for a month. See, I mean, these royals, dude, they're like mind-controlled, like cult loons, dude. Princess Kalina. Okay, here we go. Wow. I saw this the other day, but I didn't know who she was. I was like, who is that dude? Dang, I mean, 1989, she just looks like a normal girl. That's sad. And then I think the cosmetic surgery, which I don't think it's necessarily inherently wrong, but it seems like a lot of people get addicted to it, and they have these weird fixations. You know what I mean? Where they can't stop doing it, and then they turn into like they really mess up their appearance. You know what I mean? It's pretty sad. So somebody said, look up who? She looks normal. Is she like the one decent looking royalty who's not insane? Okay, so there's one normal looking royalty. By the way, I know I'm married, but there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, this is a beautiful person. Who is the hottest of the Bond girls? I'm gonna say Vesper Lynn. Seriously, like nobody's hotter amongst the Bond girls than Ava Green. Come on now, be honest. Be honest. It's not Halle Berry. It's not Halle Berry. It's not none of them '50s women. Oh, Monica Bellucci. Oh, I forgot. Well, they didn't put her in as a Bond girl until she was like, not. I mean, she's still attractive as an older woman, but I don't know, dude. I mean, are you saying if it was a younger Monica Bellucci versus Ava Green? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I know who Monica. Look up Monica Bellucci. She's like the most famous, beautiful woman in the world. Like obviously, I know who Monica Bellucci is. I think Ava Green is up there though. Anna de Armas. Scarlett Johansson wasn't a Bond girl. What are you talking about? Domino and Thunderball. Actually, that woman in what's the one in the Roger Moore one with the voodoo? She was like the prettiest woman in the world at that time. I forget that woman's name. But now Ava Green is way prettier than Famke Janssen. I had a crush on Famke Janssen in the '90s, but no, Ava Green beats her. Judi Dench is the hottest of the Bond girls. That was a good one, dude. Yeah, Jane Seymour in Live and Let Die. She was like the hottest woman of the '70s. But I don't think Jane Seymour can hold a candle to Ava Green, dude. Denise Richards, she might be the prettiest of the '90s Bond girls. It's either Famke or Denise in the '90s. She's definitely prettier. Olga Kurylenko is definitely pretty, but I still think, yeah, Leah Seydoux is gorgeous too. I still think Ava Green kind of edges out above those. Bette Midler, give me a break, dude. Gross. We got a lot of Leah Seydoux from Spectre. I haven't gotten to your super chat, bro. Sarah Serena says, I missed the super chat. Let me see if it's over here. Timo, $5. In the X-Files revival, they introduced a massive curveball at the end of the show. The Smoky Man claimed that the alien invasion was a hoax, and the conspiracy was just corrupt men using the tech to seize one world power. That's right. I forgot that. Oh, I forgot about Sophie Marceau in the '90s too. Ooh, that's a tough one, dude. Because Electra King. I mean, I think Electra King might beat Denise Richards. She might be prettier than Denise Richards. What do y'all think? Is Electra King prettier than Denise Richards? Yeah, I think that might beat Denise Richards. I remember when I saw that James Bond, I was like, damn, dude, that chick is flying. Well, I went to see that with my buddy too. And I remember being high as hell, dude. I was so high when I was watching this James Bond. This is back in high school. And we went to see this one. I was so high that I closed my eyes and I was like floating above the seat. And I was trying to watch James Bond. I had no idea what was going on in the plot. I just remember thinking, damn, dude, that chick is fine. That's all I remember. My wife is a beautiful woman. She's an A-list beauty. So there's nothing wrong with talking about people who are objectively beautiful. It'd be like lying or like, can you say, are there beautiful women? Obviously there are. What are you talking about? Yeah, actually, Jamie does look a lot like Monica Bellucci too sometimes, and she looks like Gal Gadot too. And I know we got a lot of people going to say, how dare you like a girl or think a girl's pretty that's of the Middle Eastern? Well, dude, there's a lot of good-looking Jewish girls. I don't know what to tell you. See, Jamie looks like that sometimes. Yeah, no, I think Jamie is actually literally she's like A-list woman level pretty. So I think she doesn't mind me saying that this person is pretty because I'm like, well, you're like at that level of A-list pretty level lady. So I mean, dude, I don't care what you think about Gal Gadot. She is pretty. I don't care what you say. Like, but she's also not a Bond girl. But there's times where there's some pictures of her that look just like Jamie. That looks a lot like Jamie right there. That looks a lot like Jamie. Anyway, but you guys did remind. There were some. I still think. I mean, I don't think Leah Sadu. What Bond girl is Jewish? Ava Green. Ava Green's Jewish. She's French. She's French and half Jewish. I think is right.